man says the government took his property and called him a criminal. Now he wants payback. It was a massive raid with agents taking more than 1,000 guns from an Albuquerque man's home and business. Now that man is suing. His guns were returned to him, but he says they should never have been taken in the first place. News 13's Lizzie Mitri explains.
Dean, the criminal charges were dropped, but he says he's still feeling the effects of what he calls an illegal search and seizure of his property.
3 years ago, agents lined up rifles and loaded up handguns at this Northeast Albuquerque home. Neighbors took notice.
I didn't really see the guns except from a distance. I saw them pulling them out into the front yard.
A special agent with the New Mexico Attorney General's office got federal warrants to search the property of Robert Adams, an Albuquerque man accused of smuggling guns into the U.S. as part of a scheme to get around tax laws. The feds took about 1,600 guns. They acknowledged Adams was a licensed gun supplier, but said at the time they suspected he removed serial numbers from many guns so they couldn't be traced. Adams' attorney tells us Adams just collects a lot of rare old guns.
Most of these firearms are over 50 years old. They date back to, conflicts and wars that we read about in books.
Charges against Adams were dismissed, his guns returned, and now he's suing.
The point of this lawsuit is simply to make Mr. Adams whole.
He says his legitimate business of buying and selling guns suffered. He took a hit to his reputation and claims many of the guns he got back were ruined. He posted these pictures on his website.
They damaged them. They broke them, scraped them. They took them apart.
He's suing the state attorney general's office for violating his civil rights with illegal searches and seizures, saying the agent who got the search warrants never had probable cause. We reached out to the attorney general's office. A spokesperson had no comment except to point out this happened during the previous administration.
Adams' attorney estimates the damages at more than $1 million. Dean, back to you.
Okay, Lizzie, thank you. In the lawsuit, Adams says on top of some of his antique guns being damaged, at least one valuable gun is still missing.